Alright, I'm going to try to do this one-handed holding the phone. There is my mostly honey colored fluid. It's dark, so the camera's compensating with the brightness, but it's still about that color, so the camera's actually picking up really well here. So anyways, I already flushed the front, just made a post about that, and I've already cracked the bleeder once to make sure it's ready to be cracked. Hooked the Motion Pro bleeder valve up, and we're just going to, I might have to put the phone down for part of this. We'll see. I don't have the hose filled up yet, but I don't think it's going to be a major problem. We might learn something together here. But anyways, oh yeah, I need to put something under that to catch it. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna go ahead and crack it open. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the camera. And let's see what happens. I can actually see better with the camera than I can with my bare eyes. I'm pressing on the brake pedal. I'm gonna... Yeah, see, it's trying to pull that back, so I'm going to put the camera down for a split second. I'm going to pause it. Alright. And that hose is cloudy, by the way, from the very first use I had. And that's the color of the fluid where it's not cloudy down there. But I had to close the bleeder valve so it wouldn't suck air back. So now I've opened it back up because I released the brake pedal. I'm going to press it again, nice and slow. It almost has the air out, but not quite, so I'm going to pause again. Alright, and you see the air's going to the highest point. I could render this not a problem by starting with that pointing straight up in the air and getting the air out first. And now I'm going to do a quick hard jab with the brake pedal. Should be fine. Yep. And I'm not going to pause it this time. I'm closing the bleeder valve, letting up on the pedal, and now I'm cracking it back open. And it looks like I made it pass with everything. So what we're going to do now is continue getting rid, now that the air's past the actual, where's my finger, check valve, it won't come back up. Like I said, if I'd have pointed it up first, but I was planning on being one-handed here. So I'm watching what I'm doing. As you can see, since I've done this a couple times, I've already lowered the level. Now on the front brake, I actually took a paper towel and stuffed into the reservoir and soaked up the last of it. That way I didn't pump it, get any air into the line, and then filled it back up with clear until it came out the other end. This time I'm doing it just a little different, and I am gonna do as much as I can manually. And here's where I'm letting up on the pedal. See it suck up a little bit there. And I'm sorry I can't do a full view on one hand in this. I can't get my hand and everything in the brake lever, but now I'm pressing down again, and it's not really going down. And some of the lights went off. This is where it gets close. This is where it sucks the fluid up, and that's about as far as we're going to go. I'm going to, and I should have done this ahead of time, but I'm going to clean all this, and then I'm going to stuff a paper towel down there. I know a lot of people are going to balk at that, but I'm going to make sure there's nothing in there, no particles. I'm going to fill it back up with clean DOT4 fluid, DOT4, however you want to say it. I'm going to fill it up pretty high, and I'm going to pump that stuff out with that brake bleeder one-handed until it comes out clear, and then I'll just top it back off and we'll be good. I'm going to pause you for a second so I can use both hands. Okay, it just got dark enough while I had the camera paused for me to have to pull out the headlamp, so I'm going to try not to shadow. See, I got 99% of that out of there. And if I touch the brake pedal, it's going to put air in the line, and that's going to make for a whole lot of work. So hold on while I watch what I'm doing here. And yeah, that's a dirty bottle of fluid, ain't it? I like living life dangerously. And there you go. You can see I almost have the fluid at the top. It's so clean it's hard to make out, but there it is. Close the bottle up because hydroscopic fluid. And I still have the bleeder valve cracked. So I'm just going to press the brake pedal down slowly. Let up. Oh yeah, sucking it down. Sucking it down. Just pumping the brake pedal. I gotta look away for a second. Look over to see where my brake fluid level's at. Yep. And I don't mind wasting a little bit by making sure everything is flushed through. And I tend to not use my brake fluid up between all my vehicles quick enough, which is wasteful all by itself because all the temperature changes it goes through, it eventually will absorb moisture and not be something you want to put in your brake system anyways. So there we are at the max. These are not exactly brand new brake pads, so I'm going to go down just a little. There we go. And I don't know if you can see it. There we go. A lot clearer on that clear part of the tube. I need to buy some new clear tubes since I messed that stuff up. Anyways, I will call that a success. I'm looking through the camera more than I'm anything else. And there we go. Make sure it's nice and tight. Yep, there we go. Make sure that nothing leaks, and it doesn't, and the brake pedal feels better than it was before. So success. Now you see all the dirt around this. When I pull this hose off, I'm going to use some brake cleaner and clean not only the brake fluid but the dirt off the cap before I put it back on. And there we are. We are done. Now all I got to do is put the rubber cap back on, and the other one, then the heat guard, and the outer plastic shield. And we're done with flushing the brake fluid. That's 3 years and a few months.